Hi guys, welcome to documentary 2. My name is Hannah Varden. Welcome you all to the class. I hope that you still remember all the things that you learned in documentary 1, and I hope that you're practicing them. I hope that you're making a lot of films either with your cameras or with your phone cameras or with your professional cameras. I hope that you're doing a lot of things, you're exploring, you know, different documentary themes, and of course you're writing as well. So you are welcome. Of course, this is documentary 2 is advanced knowledge on what you learned in documentary 1. So it's not so different, but we are also looking at very different perspectives of documentary filmmaking. So as I said before, my name is Hannah Varden and I'm your lecturer for this semester. Most of the things that we are going to do this semester is in connection with preparations towards your final year film production, okay? So I'm here to help you. We are going to brainstorm, bounce ideas, have lots of discussions on your final year productions, of course, so that by the time we get there, your documentary films will be looking very nice, very engaging, and productive as well. So this semester we are mostly going to explore documentary films by major film directors. We are going to learn about their styles, the aesthetics, the social context in which they operate, as well as acquaint ourselves with the development of documentary films way back from the 19th century and art forms to its current states. We're also going to look at various styles and documentary techniques, and also analyze contributions of documentary as a persuasive means of communication to achieve social, cultural, and political goals. All right. So yeah. This course is also going to focus on achieving the following objectives through various workshops and seminars, of course. We're going to work from the idea stage to post-production, which includes choosing a subject, which is the first and foremost thing that you think about when you want to do a documentary. You want to think about what exactly you want to do. So which is the idea development, what Michael Ravisha calls ideation. We are going to also look at directing techniques. We are going to look at shooting techniques. We're going to look at editing documentaries, viewing of various types of documentaries, which will enable us to make creative documentaries, of course, for our final year productions and our future productions. We are going to talk about technical competence, ethical concern for the subjects that we work with, our protagonists, how to handle them ethically, how to respect them as well. We're going to also learn about how to communicate meanings. We're also going to learn about how to have impact on our audience, because we are making films for the audience, okay? So you want to have an audience, you want your documentary film to make a statement, you want people to watch your documentary film and leave with something, okay? Have whether it's a thought-provoking, mindset, or you just want to have an impact on your audience as a documentary film director. So we'll talk about that during the semester, and then we're also going to reflect on the director's individual voice, okay? most of the time you have an idea. Of course, by the time you're done with your productions, it will be diluted with so many ideas from different people, from different parts of the team. Of course, we don't work alone as documentary filmmakers, we work as a team. So, but at the end of the day, we need to make sure that our voice, as directors, reflects in the making of the film. All right. We are also going to talk about identifying different styles for documentary films. Of course, we've learned this in documentary 1. We'll revisit this topic again, and then we'll delve even deeper into it. We'll talk about research, researching for short films. We'll talk about writing proposals. I'm sure we've already learned how to write proposals for documentary, but we will also revisit the subject again, and then try our hands on writing different proposals for class purposes, of course, and also for future documentary film purposes. Okay, we're also going to learn how to operate a digital camcorder. As a documentary filmmaker, sometimes, you are your own everything. You are your own director, writer, camera person, sound. Sometimes it's just a one-man crew. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, how you are able to go around it and still have your documentary film. We're also going to learn about how to use film language to create a scene and montage sequence. We're going to learn about interviews. We're going to learn about how to understanding how sound contributes to a finished film. Sound is, of course, we all know that sound is very, very important. We know the importance of sound in film. So we are going to learn again how sound helps us and contributes greatly to a documentary film. We're also going to learn about using basic editing techniques to create our short films. Grading. Okay, so this is very important. So please listen carefully so that you don't come crying that I got this and I don't understand why. So let's understand the rules of engagement. Okay, your grades will be based on your efforts and creative approach to the execution of your assignments, scripts, and participation. So this is how we've calculated your grading. We have post-production pitch. We have treatment and proposal, which is 10% of your total marks. Writing assignments also takes 10%. Writing assignments take 10%. Active participation on our e-learning platforms is also 10%. So I want to see that you are learning, how much time you spend on the platform. Of course, it will also reflect in your assignments and everything else. So whether you're listening or not, whether you are learning, you are coming on the platform to learn or not. And then, of course, the final exam is 70% of your total grading. So we have the course is going to be held in 11 seminars in a very interactive way. So each week we have one subject that we'll be treating. And of course, you'll be having assignments and you have to, turn in your assignments. You have to contribute effectively to discussions that are going on. All your assignments have to be typed, has to be double spaced, 12-point fonts and handed in with your name or your group name, the title of the assignment, the dates of the assignment is being handed in, and then late papers will be penalized on a sliding scale. That is each day as it is late. Cheating is not allowed. Academic dishonesty such as plagiarism is not encouraged. So please do not do that. Please, I will encourage you to participate in your group assignments, your group work. I'll be giving you exercises. You're going to be doing documentary film. Sometimes you do it by yourself. Sometimes you're going to work. Sometimes you're going to work as a group. So please participate, be professional, and help each other. To come up with very good documentaries for the class. So you'll be having writing assignments. In your writing assignments, you have to be clear about the thesis of your film. You have to support your thesis with thoughtfully chosen references and examples. You must make very logical and well-organized arguments. And please, you have to write clearly and concretely. At the end of the semester, for your final year film productions, you're going to have to hand in 15 to 26 minutes documentary film projects, which is your final year productions. Okay, so like I said before, we are going to be working gradually towards that before you finally shoot your productions for the end of the semester. These are some of the textbooks that we'll be using during the semester. So Michael Rabiger, we have these are other documentary reference books that are very important for the class. So please go to the library and look for some of these books. You can have them and kindly read them as we progress. So this is the schedule for our courses. For the first seminar, we'll talk about aesthetics and authorship in documentary filmmaking. Okay, and your activity is to read. You're going to read Directing the Documentary by Michael Rabiger. And then for seminar 2, which is the second week, we are going to talk about theory, issues of representation, ethical problems in documentary filmmaking. And for that also, please read the 4th edition of Directing the Documentary, Chapter 8. For the third seminar, we are going to talk about research, proposal writing, treatments. We are going to talk about treatments again. I know that you've learned it in documentary 1, but we'll revisit the topic again, so how to do your research, how to write your proposals, and then your treatments, activity for that is writing and reviewing of proposals and treatments for final year productions. So what we'll do is from this time, from the third week going, we'll delve straight into your final year film production. So I'll let you give me your proposals, your ideas, what you plan to do. Okay, so that's we'll be writing our proposals and treatments, towards that. For the fourth seminar, we'll do interviewing techniques, how to ask probing questions, because interviews are very important to us as documentary filmmakers. Okay, how you're going to go into the person's mind, how to interview the person to get what is actually inside the person, how to interview someone to get what you're looking for in the person. Okay, so we are going to learn about interviewing techniques as well. And for that, we are going to watch some documentary films and, of course, analyze them, talk about the styles that were employed, their techniques, their aesthetics, and all of that. For seminar 5, which is the 5th week, we'll talk about analysis of documentary for structure and style. Okay, so how you're going to structure your documentary and what kind of what styles that you want to employ in your documentary film. And for that, we'll watch 2 short films. I'll send you the films for the class. For week 6, we will talk about assessing a director's thematic vision. Okay, so for every documentary film that you want to make, there's a theme that runs through it. You have to have a theme. It has to have a foundation. Okay, so we talk about that. And also for that, we'll watch some documentary films, to have an idea of what we are doing. And then we'll go into the 7th week. We'll talk about recognizing fiction in documentary. So, of course, that is docudrama, reconstruction, reenactments, and all of those styles. How you can incorporate those elements in your documentary filmmaking. And for that, you're going to have you're going to turn in practical examples. I'm going to give you assignments. You're going to go on location to film. Going to film something for the class. And then we'll have a final year review project. For the 8th week, we are going to touch on production and then screencraft analysis. Okay, so for that you read Directing the Documentary chapter 12. For seminar 9, we are going to talk about production, how to direct your protagonists, and then directing your crew as well, because it's very important for us to direct the crew. It's not only our protagonists that we direct, we also direct our crew. Okay, how you want the camera person to film, how you want the sound to record, so all of these things are things that we need to learn and get acquainted with. In the 10th week, we are going to learn about post-production. Okay, how to design a structure for our edits. Okay, paper edits, refinements, narration, music, anything that you want to employ in your documentary film. We will talk about how to do that. And our reading activities for that is the same book, which is Directing the Documentary, chapter 29 and 30. And then, of course, we are going to have practical examples as well. And then we'll go on to the 11th week, okay, which is, we'll talk about the future of documentary. After you make your documentary, what next? Okay, as a documentary filmmaker, most of the time we ask ourselves, after I'm done with my documentary, what happens? Okay, so how you can get your documentary films to festivals, how you can get a job as a documentary filmmaker, how, the whole business of documentary filmmaking. And then, of course, we'll have a revision, our final exams, and the dates for these activities for the revision and final exams will be disclosed to us, during the course of the semester. So, yeah, this is basically what documentary 2 is about. I hope that we're going to have fun in the class. Most importantly, we are going to learn, we are going to be better documentary filmmakers, and we are going to have the passion and the zeal, to be documentary filmmakers. So let's roll together. Please try and participate in everything that we are doing. Don't take yourself out, and yeah, let's just have fun together whilst we're learning. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. Um, yeah, these are some of the documentary films that have been listed for you guys to watch. So please take a look at them, and then look for them and watch them. Please watch a lot of films. Watch tons of films. Okay, you need to watch films to be able to have an idea, to be able to have different perspectives on for this craft. Okay, so watch as many films as you can. Get yourself acquainted with the art of documentary filmmaking. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope, I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you next time. Bye.